Good morning, everyone. So today we assemble again on 21st December 2025, and we are left with the last 6 pages of the Hindi book Anubhavatmak Adhyatmavad, which is integral part of Madhyas Darshan literature. And I'm glad that we have covered so much of it. So we will be beginning today from page 140, last paragraph of the Hindi book. And let us go straight away to the point from where we have to read today. So what we were studying last time was, I'll just read one or two sentences. व्यवस्था साकार होने के बाद के उपरांत शासन की निरर्थकता समझ में आती है. Meaninglessness of governance becomes clear after systems are realized and actualized. Okay, and like मानव परंपरा में व्यवस्था सहज विधि से जीना ही जीने की कला को प्रमाणित कर पाता है. So in human tradition, living in systems indeed is the evidence of the art of living. Okay, so विधिवत जीना है ना, व्यवस्था के अनुरूप जीना. Okay, not in a like confused matter or confused manner or random manner, but in a systematic way. Living, that is what how the art of living is evidenced in human tradition. So this is what we covered last time. Now we can start from here. Devbhai, we can do you can read the Hindi part, Mohan bhai can read the English part, and then we can discuss.
श्योर भैया.
जी, over to you.
जीना कम से कम 3 आयामों में स्वयं स्फूर्त विधि से संपन्न होता है. तभी व्यवस्था में जीने का रस और सुख अपने आप मिलने लगता है. ऐसे 3 आयाम को न्याय सुलभता या न्यायप्रदायिता एवं पाने में सुलभता, उत्पादन सुलभता और विनिमय सुलभता पूर्वक ही हर परिवार व्यवस्था में जीता हुआ अनुभव करता है. ज्यादा से ज्यादा मानवीयतापूर्ण व्यवस्था में पांचों आयामों में अपनी भागीदारी को प्रमाणित करता है. यह उक्त तीनों के साथ शिक्षा संस्कार सुलभता और स्वास्थ्य संयम सुलभता है. इन्हीं व्यवहारिक आधारों के कारण मानव को जागृत और जागृत पूर्ण स्थितियों में देखा गया है. यह सबके लिए समीचीन है. इन्हीं दो स्थिति को क्रम से क्रिया पूर्णता और आचरण पूर्णता का नाम दिया है. आचरण की विशालता में ही विशालतर और विशालतम व्यवस्था में भागीदारी संपन्न होना सहज है. संपूर्ण प्रक्रिया का सफल स्वरूप समाधान और समृद्धि के रूप में मूल्यांकित होता है. अभय सह अस्तित्व मानवीयतापूर्ण आचरण का फलन है.
Living is accomplished effortlessly in minimum 3 dimensions. It is at that point that one naturally starts getting the flavor and happiness of living in systems. Only by living in these 3 dimensions, accessibility of justice, ease of doing and receiving justice, accessibility to production and accessibility to exchange, does a family feel that it is living in systems? The maximum evidence that a person can produce is by participating in all the 5 dimensions of the system. These 5 dimensions are accessibility to education sanskar and accessibility to health sanyam, along with the other 3 already mentioned. These are the practical basis on which humans are seen to be in awakened and fully awakened states. These are attainable by everyone. These 2 states have been named as activity completeness and conduct completeness, respectively. It is only the conduct at large which defines a person's participation in larger and larger systems. Success of the whole processes is evaluated in the form of resolution and prosperity. Fearlessness and coexistence are the result of human conduct. so, so this basically the concept of system human living is defined by 5 practical dimensions which are attainable by everyone. Living in a minimum of 3 of these dimensions: accessibility of justice, ease of doing and receiving justice, accessibility of production, and accessibility of exchange, allows a family to begin feeling the flower and happiness of living in systems. And then the full 5 dimensions are accessibility of justice, accessibility of production, accessibility of exchange, accessibility of education sanskar, and accessibility of health sanyam. These 5 dimensions serve as the practical basis for human to be seen in the awakened states, named activity completeness and conduct completeness. Yes. Participation in all 5 dimensions provides the maximum evidence a person can produce regarding their system involvement. The success of this process is evaluated based on resolution and prosperity, and human conduct ultimately result in fearless and coexistence. That's a short explanation I gave you. Dev bhaiya, aapka.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, Dev bhai, over to you.
Maybe I don't think I want to add anything. So I was just saying that it can be made like a flow chart, 3, 2, total 5, and then
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Just
yes, good
I
thought.
did that.
Correct, correct. So
nothing else we are
you're
lacking.
right, you're right. So, but I think I also don't have to add anything. इसमें न्याय सुलभता को, like beautifully Babaji has elaborated here. Accessibility to justice, ease of doing justice, and ease of receiving justice. So, like when I am living, others also expect that my behavior will be just. Okay, so to be just in my behavior, okay, is giving justice, is doing justice. And of course, everyone, including us, expect also just behavior or justice from others. Okay, we don't want to demand justice. We naturally expect it. Demanding itself sometimes feel like very humiliating. Do I have to ask for this? It should be understood by you. These are the common conversational sentences we hear in our day-to-day living, as our natural expectations from each other. And I do not want to struggle to get justice. I naturally expect it effortlessly, regularly, without interruption in my day-to-day living from the people with whom I am living, with whom I am interacting. So, accessibility to justice, doing justice, and receiving justice. And I like the way it has come here. The author has described it like at other places also, but when it came here, I thought of mentioning it specifically. That's it basically from my side also. Straightforward sentence, and Mohan Bhai in detail explained it. Anyone else, anything? Ganesh Bhaiya, Shailendra Bhaiya?
गुड मॉर्निंग, नमस्ते सभी को।
नमस्ते, नमस्ते भैया
नहीं भैया,
जी।
मैं अभी
Namaste,
2 मिनट
namaste.
पहले ही जुड़ा हूँ,
नमस्ते,
तो
ठीक
नथिंग
है,
टू ऐड, विल कंटिन्यू।
ठीक है, ठीक है। So in that case, what we can do is, Dev bhai, अभी ये लोग अभी ज्वाइन किए हैं, so why don't you complete this section also and this paragraph gets completed.
जी, इन तथ्यों को भली प्रकार से देखा गया है। इस प्रकार हर परिवार मानवीयतापूर्ण शिक्षा संस्कार पूर्वक स्वायत्त मानव और परिवार मानव के रूप में जीते हुए व्यवस्था और समग्र व्यवस्था में भागीदारी का प्रमाण प्रस्तुत करना सहज है। सहजता का तात्पर्य जागृति पूर्वक प्रमाण सहज गति ही सहज होना। जागृति नित्य समीचीन रहता ही है। यह परंपरा जागृत होने के उपरांत ही सर्व सुलभ होता है। मानव अपेक्षा जीवन अपेक्षा ही सार्वभौम अपेक्षा है। यही जागृति और कैवल्य का प्रमाण है। Should I continue or
You want to continue? Go ahead. Yeah.
okay?
Continue with the English. You go ahead. Yeah.
कर दीजिए देव भाई.
These facts have been thoroughly observed. In this manner, through humane education sanskar, it is natural for every family living as autonomous persons and family persons to evidence living in systems and participating in the overall system. Natural here means awakened and living as evidence. Awakening is always in close vicinity. It becomes universally accessible only after the tradition is awakened. Human expectations and Jivan expectations themselves are the universal expectations. This is indeed the evidence of awakening and absoluteness. Okay. So basically, it has been observed that um, the study of the facts of knowledge of Jivan, knowledge of coexistence, and knowledge of humane conduct. These lead to enlightenment, and in the process of um, disseminating these facts, one naturally becomes the evidence. Consequently, realization is also accomplished, and in this manner, eternal evidence and realization also have been seen to be accomplished effortlessly. And this indeed is the magnificence of absoluteness and awakening.
Yeah, good. Small section, straightforward again. Like when I'm reading it, when you were reading it, and I was mentally reading it with you. So I, this sentence caught my eye. जागृति नित्य समीचीन रहता ही है, यह परंपरा जागृत होने के उपरांत ही सर्व सुलभ होता है. Okay. So awakening is always in close vicinity. It becomes universally accessible only after the tradition is awakened. So, I mean, my thought process was triggered like this, that yes, most of us consider ourselves to be good persons, okay? And with whatever goodness we are living, we want to become even better and better. Okay. But many times the feeling we get, I mean, sometimes I have got this feeling in my living that there are so many challenges around us which we have to face on day-to-day basis, where we have to struggle, and then awakening takes a back seat, becoming better takes a back seat, and these handling these challenges becomes the priority. Has anyone else also felt like this? Dev bhai, Mohan bhai?
Yeah. Because Sometimes you feel like you want to run away and go stay in the Hapur forever, Hapur forever, so that maybe we don't want to meet those people.
Okay.
But
So,
but
yeah,
it's a challenge for me,
it's
and
a challenge.
I
Yes.
tell my wife, she also sometimes says, let's go and settle in India. I said, no, you have a beautiful place in a
Yeah.
hospital where you can
Hmm.
practice this, with
Hmm.
and then it's become a
You should
challenge.
ask
Yeah.
Indians also where they want to run away to.
Right. Yeah, but it's like anywhere, even when I go to a grocery store or anyone I meet, it's become a practice for me now. And then after that, I do evaluate, mulyankan, did I do right
Yes.
thing?
Yes.
It's actually
Hmm.
good
So
practice for me. I
awakening
don't
is not
challenge. Yeah.
difficult. So awakening
Right.
is not difficult. Most of us actually want to become better persons.
Right.
Okay, it is the tradition which is not awakened. The people, most of the people, for them, awakening is not the priority. So for those for whom it is priority, they also have to struggle with the unawakened or diluted tradition so much that they are able to spend a very small percentage of their time on study or on becoming better, on becoming awakened. Okay, so this is the challenge. So awakening is always in close vicinity. This is not difficult. This is easy to achieve. It becomes universally accessible only after the tradition is awakened. This is a beautiful insight that the author has repeatedly communicated in Madhyas Darshan. Like my being wise alone is not enough. Okay. The tradition has to be wise. Okay. Like everyone or majority of the people have to be wise. Only then the living will be beautiful. Only then life will be beautiful. Okay. So that is the task which actually can identify for ourselves also. मतलब अपने में लगता भी है. This is what is to be done. ओके बाकी जो है खाना पीना ये सब चल ही रहा है मोस्ट ऑफ अस आर नॉट स्ट्रगलिंग ऑन दोस बेसिस ओके तो once anyone manages is able to manage to that extent then what next so the next is to focus on awakening है ना to focus on one's awakening and to focus on others awakening to facilitate others also and to participate in this process so physico-chemical world है ना कॉमन एस्पिरेशंस एंड स्पेशल एस्पिरेशन सामान्य आकांक्षा महत्वाकांक्षा जिसको आहार आवास अलंकार दूरश्रवण दूरदर्शन दूरगमन ये बोला है ना दैट इज सो फार इन डिल्यूटेड ट्रेडिशन दैट इज द प्रायोरिटी हियर व्हाट वी आर सेइंग इज दे आर नेसेसरी okay awakening is the priority so well, when I read this came out very beautifully. I really liked it. Thought of, I wanted to talk about it. Anyone else?
बिल्कुल ठीक है भैया, आपने जो कहा कि भाई अवेकनिंग की ट्रेडिशन बननी जरूरी है।
जी
और ये ट्रेडिशन में कुछ लोग आगे आएंगे तो
हम्म
वो फिर वो ट्रेडिशन बनाने का काम करेंगे, तो जो ऑलरेडी डाइल्यूटेड ट्रेडिशंस हैं वो अपने
हम्म
आप धीरे धीरे डाइल्यूट होती
Exactly. It will
जाएंगी।
be a gradual shift. Yes. Great. गणेश भाई आप पढ़ने की स्थिति में डू यू वांट
हाँ
टू
जी,
रीड
हाँ,
इट
मैं पढ़ लेता हूँ भैया।
Okay, so what you
हाँ
can
जी।
do is you can read this complete thing. This is a small paragraph, so you can read the next paragraph also, Hindi and English both,
यस
and
यस।
then we'll come to the next subsection. तो आप पढ़ लो and then you can explain it also, please.
ओके 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 भैया। जीवन ज्ञान, सह अस्तित्व दर्शन ज्ञान, मानवीयतापूर्ण आचरण ज्ञान, तथ्यों सहज विधिवत अध्ययन पूर्वक बोध होना देखा गया है। ऐसे बोध सहज तथ्यों को उद्घाटित करने के क्रम में और लोक व्यापीकरण करने के क्रम में प्रमाणित होते ही हैं। फलस्वरूप अनुभूत भी होते हैं। इस प्रकार नित्य प्रमाण और अनुभव सहज रूप में ही संपन्न होता हुआ देखा गया है। यह कैवल्य और जागृति की महिमा है। It has been observed that the methodological study methodical study of the facts of knowledge of Jivan, knowledge of coexistence, as knowledge of human conduct leads to enlightenment. In the process of unveiling and disseminating these facts, one naturally becomes the evidence. Consequently, realization is also accomplished. In this manner, eternal evidence and realization have been seen to be accomplished effortlessly. This indeed is the magnificence of absoluteness and awakening. अस्तित्व सदा सदा वर्तमानित है ही, व्यक्त भी है। अस्तित्व में अव्यक्त नाम की वस्तु अथवा नाम से इंगित वस्तु नहीं है। अस्तित्व निरंतर परम सत्य होने के कारण रहस्य भी नहीं है। अस्तित्व नित्य वर्तमान होने के कारण समझने वाले मानव में से के लिए अति सहज और जटिल नहीं है। अतएव अस्तित्व में अविभाज्य रूपी मानव ज्ञानावस्था में होने के कारण इस अवस्था में से के लिए सार्थकता को प्रमाणित करने में समर्थ भी है। इन सभी कारणों से अनुभव मूलक विधि से जागृति और कैवल्य को प्रमाणित कर सकता है। मानव परंपरा इसका धारक वारक भी है, हो सकता है। यही ज्ञानावस्था का सार्थकता है। Existence is always present and is expressionful also. There is no reality in existence by the name or indicated by the name unexpressed. Moreover, because of being the ultimate truth, the existence is not mysterious either. As the existence is eternally present, it is extremely simple in, by, or for a person who wants to understand. There is no complexity involved. Thus, human beings, integral part of the existence and also being a knowledge order, have the inherent capability to evidence their meaningfulness. Because of all this, humans have the ability to evidence awakening and absoluteness by the realization rooted method. Human tradition can be bearer and carrier too. This is the purpose and meaningfulness of the knowledge order. Yes, Priya, I try to explain from the paragraph first. And in the first paragraph, three important things are written, like that is the knowledge of Jivan, knowledge of coexistence, and knowledge of human conduct. So ये बार बार हम लोग कहते ही आए हैं कि जीवन ज्ञान, सह अस्तित्व ज्ञान और मानवीयतापूर्ण आचरण ज्ञान, ये इसी चीज को समझ लेने से क्या होगा कि एनलाइटनमेंट यानी अध्ययन बोध होना इसी से हो जाता है, यदि हम इसको अपने जीवन में करते हैं। Or in this process, what it becomes natural. Naturally, it becomes the evidence. Once we understand it, then it comes into our conduct, and then it becomes a natural evidence. And this is nothing but the realization. That is, when we are moving into this is the realization. Then in the next, and it is eternal also, and it is always ever present. And this is the again it has been written that कि absoluteness और awakening का magnificence भी यही है। ये तीन चीजों को लेकर हम आगे बढ़ते हैं तो then it becomes easy and then it becomes possible. Next, in the next paragraph, it is about the existence. अभी तक मान्यता में हमने पढ़ा था कि बहुत सी चीजें रहस्यात्मक हैं, उसको समझने की कोशिश ना की जाए. But in this मध्यस्थ दर्शन, what we have understood that we can understand the existence. इसको समझ सकते हैं, express भी कर सकते हैं. And और ये क्या है? Because of being the ultimate truth, that existence is ये mysterious भी नहीं है. It is not mysterious. तो अभी तक हम ट्रेडिशन में समझते आए चीजों को। And as it is eternally present, it is extremely simple in by or for person who wants to understand. There is no complex. इसमें कोई कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी नहीं है, बहुत इजीली समझ में आता है। और चाहिए कोई भी व्यक्ति इसको समझना चाहता है, वो समझा भी सकता है और दूसरों के लिए भी इसको इजीली अंडरस्टूड कर सकता है। कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी नहीं है। तो ये ब्यूटी है एग्जिस्टेंस की, दैट इट कैन बी एक्सप्रेसफुल। एंड इन द नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ कि ह्यूमन बीइंग क्योंकि इंटीग्रल पार्ट है, क्योंकि हम बार बार बोलते ही हैं कि सत्ता में संपृक्त प्रकृति और ह्यूमन बीइंग्स आर ए पार्ट ऑफ द नेचर और नॉलेज ऑर्डर में है, तो उनके पास दे हैव द इनहेरेंट कैपेबिलिटी टू एविडेंस देयर मीनिंगफुल। तो अपनी मीनिंगफुलनेस को इस एग्जिस्टेंस में अवेकनिंग को प्राप्त करते हुए इजीली मीनिंगफुल बना सकता है। And because of all this, the humans have the ability to evidence and awakening and absoluteness by realization. So this is nothing but the realization rooted method, जो कि अनुभव मूलक विधि है। जब जीवन क्रिया उपरांत होने के बाद कंडक्ट कर रहे हैं, then we are able to evidence it, awakening को और absoluteness को हम एविडेंस कर सकते हैं, आचरण में ला सकते हैं। एंड ह्यूमन बीइंग इसका बियरर भी है और कैरियर भी है। दिस इज द पर्पस एंड मीनिंगफुलनेस ऑफ द नॉलेज ऑर्डर। तो नॉलेज ऑर्डर का पर्पस और उसकी मीनिंगफुलनेस, इस एग्जिस्टेंस को समझना, इसको एक्सप्रेस करना और अपने आप को इसके अंदर आचरण में लाकर प्रस्तुत करना, ये एक उसकी ह्यूमन बीइंग की मीनिंगफुलनेस बन जाती है नॉलेज ऑर्डर। हाँ जी भैया।
Excellent, Riya. Again, like small section, two small paragraphs, but very insightful. Now, this is something which is coming repeatedly in Adhyatmavad and otherwise also the author has indicated. अस्तित्व निरंतर परम सत्य होने के कारण रहस्य भी नहीं है ना? There are no secrets in existence, है ना? Anyone for whom understanding the existential realities is a priority, existence is available for study. Existence is available for scrutiny. Existence doesn't do any partiality that I will express myself to this person or to this religion or to this country and not to this person or this religion or this country. Anyone who wants to understand existence is openly available for study. There are no secrets in existence. Okay. This is beautiful insight. When I look at even in the scientific domain, in the last let's say couple of centuries, 200, 300 years, and more clearly visible in the last 50 years or so, there have been so many scientific evidence, achievements, advancements, which humans did not reach that stage so far. We are able to do open heart surgeries. Okay, so how the heart functions, the valve, and even organ transplants are so commonly available now. Could anyone 100 years ago think about these things will be available? Okay, so human body is also available for study. Humans focused on the human body and they became master of it. They are able to do things which in history people could not even think of doing. They are being done routinely in small town hospitals also. Okay. So when we focus on human body, we have understood it completely. When we will focus on Jivan also, we will understand it also. Okay. मतलब this is it is. अभी तक ये अध्यात्म सारा का सारा जो है, this remained under the shroud of mystery. That is why different religions say different things about Atma and Paramatma, about soul and God. Okay, and there are different ways to describe it, and there are contradictions within that, and it causes a lot of resentment we are practically seeing. At the root of that is we have not understood that aspect of existence. And Madhyas Darshan lays it bare. Okay, this is what it is, this is what is being proposed. You also go and study it, you will find it like this. It is just like 300, 400 years ago, Galileo said that Earth is not at the center of this solar system, Sun is at the center. Okay. Now, now in the knowledge which prevailed during those days, this was considered to be false. But then Galileo said, see, this is what it is. Okay, this is the truth. I have found it out. There are no secrets in existence. He did not use this language, but we can now say, okay, so you can also find out this is what I did. You also do this, and you will also find the same truth. Okay, so Galileo, when he said at that time, he was put in jail because it was considered that he is misleading the humankind. Today, every child knows, believes, and is clear that sun is at the center of the solar system. Just took 300 years. Okay, so this soul, Jivan, God, they have been, this aspect is something in the mystery so far. Okay, point is, if we want to understand it, we can understand it. The author has shown us the path. He has given us the basic ideas, the starting points, and then he has explained overall how he has uncovered it, how he has studied it. And the claim of the author is everyone who wants to study can study it. And we find that, yes, we are able to study it. Okay, beautifully explained. I mean, I see that as we are reading it, we are actually reaching the climax of the book also, last 5, 6 pages. That's it from my side. Anyone else? Dev bhai, Mohan bhai, any thoughts?
No, both of you explained very good. Just, anything else to add?
Okay. जी देव भाई
नो भैया, ऑल गुड, थैंक यू।
ठीक है, शैलेंद्र भाई आप भी बने हुए हैं, सब क्लियर चल रहा है साथ साथ?
जी भैया।
ठीक,
हाँ
आप भी पढ़ना चाहते हैं?
हाँ, मैं पढ़ने की कोशिश तो कर रहा था, लेकिन मुझे लगता है चश्मा काम नहीं कर रहा है, इसलिए मैंने बड़े लैपटॉप में भी खोला।
अच्छा,
मैं यहाँ से पढ़ूँ?
ठीक, आपकी मर्जी है, मतलब अगर आप आसानी से पढ़ पाएंगे तो
हाँ
पढ़िए,
ठीक है,
नहीं
मैं
तो
ट्राई करता हूँ।
जी
ज्ञानावस्था में स्टार्ट।
यहाँ से।
अच्छा। मानव ही जीवन मूलक व्यवस्था है। ह्यूमंस अलोन आर ए जीवन बेस्ड सिस्टम। ज्ञानावस्था में पाए जाने वाले मानव अपने में मौलिक अभिव्यक्ति होना सर्व स्वीकृत है। इस मौलिकता के मूल में शरीर रचना के आधार पर पहचानने के लिए कोशिश किया। वह नस्ल के ढांचे खांचे में पहचानने में आता रहा। इसी के साथ अर्थात शरीर रचना के साथ रंग में भी विभिन्नता होना देखा गया। इन्हीं मुद्दों पर सर्वाधिक समय मानव अपने अपने को मनमानी सोच में लगाया। इसी क्रम में मानव मानव के साथ जैसा भी वास्तविकताएं बरती गई हैं वह सर्वबाधित है ही। यह आरंभिक काल में ही अर्थात इस धरती पर मानव के अवतरण होने के थोड़े ही समय के उपरांत घटित घटनाओं के आधार पर समझा जाता है। इसके पश्चात भी बहु कारणों से समुदायों को अलग अलग श्रेष्ठ निष्ठ बताने के लिए प्रयास किया गया। वांग में बनाए गए उनके आधार पर आचार संहिता बताई गई। अभी तक यही निष्कर्ष निकला है कि सार्वभौम रूप में मानव को पहचानने का विधि स्थापित नहीं हुआ, जबकि सुदूर विगत से ही यह प्रयास जारी रहा है। It is well accepted that humans belonging to the knowledge order are unique expression in themselves. Efforts were made to understand within bracket decode this uniqueness of humans on the base of their bodily composition and appearance, and they kept on looking within the purview of radical characteristics, along within along with the physical traits. Variations were apparent in colors too. Humans spent a lot of time on these points during all this. The cuddly with which humans treated other human is no secret. All this conducted based on this incidents occurring shortly after the emergence of humans on Earth. Later on also, due to multiple reasons, efforts were made to categorize sects as separates and superior and inferior. Literature were written and codes of conduct were defined based on them. All this has led to conclusion that no universal method has been established yet for recognizing humans, although effort for the same have been going on since ages. ये न्यू पैरा भैया से
हाँ, तो अभी पढ़ना नहीं है भैया, जो पढ़ा है इसमें अगर आपका कुछ ध्यान गया हो तो आप अपनी तरफ से शेयर कर दें, एक्सप्लेन कर दें।
नहीं मतलब बताएंगे तो आप ही ठीक रहेगा।
ओके, आप एनीवन एल्स, मोहन भाई, यू वांट टू एक्सप्लेन इट?
Yeah, sure, I can do it. It is well accepted that yeah, the humans are recognized as unique entities within the knowledge order. Yet historical attempts to understand this uniqueness have primarily focused on physical traits, racial characteristics, and skin color. These classification efforts led to the categorization of group as superior or inferior, resulting in historical cruelty and the establishment of a rigid code of conduct. Ultimately, despite the long-standing efforts to decode human identity through literature and social structures, no universal method for recognizing humans has been successfully established. That's a small short form I can give you.
Yeah, briefly,
Yeah.
that's it. If we try to look at examples also, we see, let's say, one example that comes to my mind is, the slavery of African immigrants to USA, to the Americas, to North America specifically. So it is very clear, and a lot of, we hear such reports that some kind of discrimination is going on even till today. Okay, people feel it at some places, but like in the last 200, 300 years, when that immigration from Africa to Americas was there, we see that everything is based on that distinction of who will be the master and who will be slave is based on color of the skin, based on the racial characteristics. Okay, that is where the society starts believing that these people are inferior and they are fit only for inferior jobs. Okay, but as the time has proven, as the opportunities have opened up, and as the governments have also taken some steps towards recognizing that equality, we see that talent is available among those immigrants also, or their children, or their next generations. Okay, so it is not that some tribe or some community, at large will be inferior. Okay, but this is how human tradition has gone on for since ages. So but then we also talk about equality. So what is the basis of equality in humans? In Madhyas Darshan, it is being clearly said, if you start looking at the body, you will never find the basis of equality in humans. It is in Jivan indeed that the basis of equality lies. So for implementing and realizing equality in society, uh, the reality of Jivan has to be understood. As long as it is ignored or the society is ignorant about it, then equality cannot be attained in society. सो इसीलिए ये जीवन ज्ञान के ऊपर इतना ध्यान दिया है एंड द इंट्रोडक्टरी वर्कशॉप्स टू मध्यस्थ दर्शन दे आर आल्सो कॉल्ड जीवन विद्या शिविर्स. Okay, so the first time participant who comes for 7-8 days, at least he can introspect with the help of the facilitator that I am not only the body, I am the combined form of body and Jivan, and it is the Jivan which drives this body. Okay. This is the basic purpose of Jivan Vidya 1 week workshops, that I am not only the body. That clarity comes, and I have attended and conducted numerous workshops, and I have seen that so far we find consensus among participants. Nobody is able to deny during the workshop that I am not made in this way. Okay. At least during the workshop, with the hand holding of the facilitator, most of the participants, the big majority, is able to clearly feel and see. The only thing is its continuity is not there when a person comes to workshop. Next time when he or she comes, we do not know. And then they get into their daily routine, and this again becomes a lesser priority. So for those of us for whom it became a priority, we stuck onto its understanding and study. We have actually realized that it gets reinforced with the passage of time. The more we study, the more the conviction comes, and the more we are able to understand it also. And the more we are able to understand it, the vision the author is sharing with us, with the humankind. Okay. So the vision is not I should become wise and my children should become wise. Okay. It is like wisdom in the whole society from generation to generation. That is the vision. Now, in keeping that vision in mind, then I see what I have to do, what I can do. So, these are my thoughts when I read these two. This one long paragraph and we subdivided into 2 sections. Anything from anyone? आपकी तरफ से, otherwise we can move to the next para. So I take it as all good. Let us see how much is this. Okay. So this paragraph. कौन पढ़ेंगे? देव भाई या गणेश भाई?
जो
पढ़िए देव भाई, आप ही पढ़िए.
जी दोनों भैया, हिंदी इंग्लिश?
हाँ, मोहन भाई will read in English. Yes.
Okay. जैसा जैसा मानव अधिकाधिक आयामों में अपने को सार्थक बनाते जाता रहा, उनके सम्मुख उतना ही अधिक जटिलताएं आता रहा. इन सभी कुंठा प्रताड़नाओं को झेलता हुआ मानव लुके छिपी विधियों से अपने में अच्छाइयों को पालने का भी बहुत सारा प्रयत्न करता रहा. यह सब करने के उपरांत भी अच्छाइयों का तृप्ति बिंदु कहीं मिल नहीं पाया. इन्हीं सब विरोधाभासी घटनाक्रम में मानव अपने आप को पहचानने की अभिप्सा को बरकरार रखा. यही मुख्य रूप से परंपरा का देन है. इसी क्रम में पहले कहे गए चारों विभूतियों के गुजर रहे हैं. इन्हीं में उतरता चढ़ता रहा विभिन्न समुदायगत मानव दृष्टव्य है.
As the humans tried to make themselves meaningful in more dimensions, they kept on facing more and more challenges. Humans endured all these frustrations and pains and kept on making serious effort to live with goodness, even in incomprehensible or unclear ways. Despite all this, the point of satisfaction for goodness could not be achieved anywhere. During all these contradictions and challenges, humans persisted in their desire to understand themselves. This is the main contribution of tradition. On this course, humans pass through the phase of using the four powers mentioned earlier, Roop, Pad, Dhan, Bal. Various sectarian humans can be seen caught up in all these turbulences. So you put Roop, Pad, Dhan, Bal and question mark. What's that mean? Bhaiya?
Yeah.
Huh? Just curious.
I need help from others also
अच्छा.
who can
Oh,
understand
okay.
हिंदी. आप तो हिंदी पढ़ नहीं रहे हैं, शायद पढ़ नहीं
Yeah,
पाएंगे.
yeah, yeah.
सो
Okay.
देव भाई, गणेश भाई, शैलेंद्र भाई और भी कोई हैं तो बताएं
Roop,
कि ये जो सारा कुछ चल रहा है ना, मानव अपने को पहचानने की अभिप्सा बरकरार रखा, यही पर मुख्य रूप में परंपरा का देन है. इसी क्रम में पहले कहे गए चारों विभूतियों से गुजरे हैं, है ना, ऐसा मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ. तो ये चारों विभूतियां जो है वो मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये रूप पद धनपल ही रहा है, और इसी को पहचान के मानव इसी में ही अपनी मास्टरी करता रहा, इसी में ही प्रोग्रेस, है ना, इसी में ही जो उपलब्धियां हो ऐसा करता रहा. दिस इज माई इंटरप्रिटेशन, बट क्वेश्चन मार्क मीन्स दैट आई वुड लाइक टू कंसल्ट अदर्स आल्सो कि चार विभूतियां यही हैं या कहीं कहीं पे वो कुछ और भी चीजें आई हैं, तो मतलब वैसा ले, क्या लगता है?
भैया अभी तो यही लग रहा है, क्योंकि ट्रेडिशन में यही, मतलब आज तक भी देख ले हम तो यही चीजें ही बलवती हैं, यही
हम्म.
ज्यादा पावरफुल हैं. चाहे
हम्म.
वो रूप की बात करते हैं,
हम्म.
यानी कोई भी इंसान सुंदर है, बलशाली है. पद
हम्म.
की बात करते हैं कि वो किस पद पर
हम्म.
आसीन है.
हम्म.
हम धन की बात करते हैं, ज्यादा पैसे वाला है.
हम्म.
वो बल, हाँ बल, दोबारा से वही शक्ति आ गया कि किस तरह से वो माइटी है. तो
हम्म.
ये चार चीजों से ही आदमी इनको पाने में लगा रहा ना. धन मिल जाए, पद मिल
यस,
जाए. तो मुझे
राइट.
लगता है आपने ठीक ही लिखा है भैया.
देव
और
भाई, योर व्यू?
हम,
हाँ हाँ,
हाँ,
सॉरी, प्लीज
मोहन
गो अहेड.
भैया जो रूप, पद, धन, बल पूछना चाह रहे थे, तो मेरी इंटरप्रिटेशन इसमें यही बन रही है.
यही बन रही है.
हाँ जी,
देव
हाँ
भाई,
जी.
देव भाई आपका क्या है? चारों विभूतियां.
Well, not sure. We are too early to comment upon, especially because of this first line.
हम्म.
Um, the point of satisfaction and for goodness. So for
हम्म.
goodness, I, I doubt that if humans have been able to see these things as goodness. I mean, of course, uh, happiness. Of course, yes. That
हम्म.
this is something that um, these are things that with which we can find happiness.
हम्म.
Like in deluded state we have been chasing these. ये
हम्म.
होगा तो शायद हम खुश रह पाएंगे जिंदगी भर.
हम्म.
But this word goodness is something that confuses me a bit, because there have been mm, multiple other
हम्म.
things as well, no? दूसरों का
यस.
भला करना, चैरिटी करना, etc.
तो यहाँ पर मतलब मेन क्वेश्चन ये है कि नो द ऑथर हैज रिटन दिस मच वेरी क्लियरली हिंदी, इसी क्रम में पहले कहे गए चारों विभूतियों से गुजर रहे हैं. सो इफ यू वर टू एक्सप्लेन टू समवन ये चारों विभूतियां, तो क्या कहेंगे, किन, मतलब गेस, इवन इफ वी डू नॉट नो फॉर श्योर, व्हाट वुड बी द गेस?
चार तो पता नहीं यार. प्रिय हित लाभ सोच रहा था, बट चार कहाँ है उसमें?
वो चार नहीं है. ठीक है. सो ए पॉइंट फॉर थिंकिंग
ठीक है.
फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. माई थॉट केम टू, ये चार विभूतियां जो हैं ये रूपक धन बल हो सकता है, है ना। ये मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है व्हेन आई एम रीडिंग इट देव भाई, ये सब दोबारा से पढ़ते हैं, ये सब करने के उपरांत भी अच्छाइयों का तृप्ति बिंदु कहीं मिल नहीं पाया। इन सब विरोधाभासी घटनाक्रम में मानव अपने को पहचानने की अभीप्सा को बरकरार रखा, है ना। सो ड्यूरिंग ऑल दीज कॉन्ट्राडिक्शंस एंड चैलेंजेस ह्यूमंस परसिस्टेड इन देयर डिजायर टू अंडरस्टैंड देमसेल्व्स। यही मुख्य रूप में परंपरा का देन है। ओके, दिस इज द मेन कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ ट्रेडिशन। इस क्रम में, है ना, इस क्रम में मतलब वो उस तृप्ति बिंदु को ढूंढते हुए इन चार विभूतियों से गुजर रहे हैं, है ना। तो वो चार विभूतियों से गुजर रहे हैं, शायद रूप पद धन बल को परस्यू कर रहे हैं, ऐसा एक मेरे को फ्लो में लगा,
जी भैया।
है ना। सो अभी इतना रख के चलते हैं। आई आई
जी
क्वेश्चन मार्क। सो कमिंग बैक टू मोहन भाई, यू सेड व्हाई इज दिस क्वेश्चन मार्क? आई एम आल्सो नॉट क्लियर। आई थिंक इट इज रूपक धनबल, बट आई वुड लाइक एवरीवन else also to think about what else it could be. And you please continue, मोहन भाई.
Yeah. You want me to explain this again? We kind of did it
No, so
mostly. That was the main one.
okay, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
yeah
Yeah,
okay,
I'm good.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you are through
Anyone
with
else?
this,
Yeah.
right, right.
Anyone
but
else? You can.
no, भैया, I was saying that I think you should keep that, isn't it?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
because that one makes sense to
You,
me too, because that's the four power that looks like he's talking about. And it,
okay.
in the after the sentence is also there, which
ठीक
is
है, so I
turbulent
will
and
keep
everything.
this.
Yeah, makes
हाँ,
sense. Yeah,
वो तो रहेगा, टर्बुलेंट
yeah,
तो रहेगा.
correct.
Yes,
That's mentioning about it. Yeah.
ठीक है, so we'll keep it in the text. Yes. Okay, so this is good. Again, this is generally explanation of how the humankind has evolved in its journey towards awakening. Right now, we are awakening. We are in awakening progression. This is a good thing to realize. Okay, many times we are frustrated that why things are not the way we want them to be. Okay, we are in a journey, and we are at some stage of that journey. Okay, we are not at the destination. Okay, our previous generations has done what they could do. This generation to which we belong during our lifetime, we have our opportunity to contribute in that journey, and future generations will do their bit. Okay, this is the crux. This is like a relay race. Okay, relay race, you pass on the baton to the next person, and then he moves for the next 400 meters, and then he or she passes on to the. So in human tradition also, generation to generation, we are passing on the baton. Okay, now that baton so far was probably रूप पद धन बल. Okay, उसी को ही हम accumulate कर रहे थे, and that is what we were trying to pass on to the next generations. Now we are saying in Madhyas Darshan, what is being suggested is that we belong to the knowledge order, and it is the knowledge, okay, unambiguous knowledge, okay, clear knowledge that we want to understand, and that is what needs to be passed on from generation to generation. So this is it from my side. Anyone else wants to add anything? Otherwise, we will move to the next paragraph. Ganesh Bhaiya, anything?
यस यस भैया, आपने बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन कर दिया। और मुझे लगता है कि बेसिकली चाहत तो सुख की है, और सुख के लिए ही ये चार जो पावर्स की बात हुई, तो मुझे फिट लग रहा है इसमें।
ठीक है, ठीक
आगे
है.
मैं पढ़ सकता हूँ, आप चाहें तो।
पढ़िए पढ़िए भैया,
अच्छा,
पढ़िए, और ये
हाँ जी,
पूरा पढ़ दीजिए. ये
ठीक है,
मतलब ये 2 सेक्शंस में है. सो व्हाट
ठीक
यू
है,
कैन डू इज, आप हिंदी वाला पढ़ दीजिए, एंड मोहन भाई विल रीड द इंग्लिश वन, एंड
ठीक
आप फिर हिंदी वाला पढ़ के मोहन भाई विल रीड द इंग्लिश वन.
ठीक है, ठीक ठीक। भैया थोड़ा सा नीचे कर दें। हाँ जी, इसका, हाँ जी, ठीक है। प्रधान उलझन यही है मानव शरीर मूलक व्यवस्था है या जीवन मूलक व्यवस्था? यदि जीवन मूलक व्यवस्था है, ऐसी स्थिति में जीवन क्या है, कैसा है, क्यों है, इन्हीं प्रश्नों से बोझिल होता है। इसका उत्तर भौतिकवादी, अधिभौतिकवादी व अध्यात्मवादी विधि से व अधिदैविवादिक विधियों से अध्ययन प्रक्रिया सहित कोई तथ्य कल्पना प्रस्तुत नहीं कर पाया। विचार तो काफी दूर रहा। इसका उत्तर अस्तित्व मूलक मानव केंद्रित चिंतन से प्राप्त किया जाना सहज सुलभ है। यह रहस्य और अनिश्चितताओं से मुक्त विधि है और क्रम पूर्वक हृदयंगम होता है। इसी बिंदु पर सुस्पष्टता के लिए विभिन्न स्थितियों में आवश्यकता अनुसार अवगाहन योग्य तथ्यों को प्रस्तुत किया।
The main confusion is, are humans a body-based system or Jivan-based system? If Jivan-based, one becomes saddled with the questions of what is Jivan, how to understand it, and what is its purpose. For answering these questions, theories of materialism, metaphysics, spirituality, and polytheism could not present any system of study, facts, or imagination, leave alone any concrete thoughts on these. Their answer can be obtained in and from existent rooted human centered contemplation. This method is free of mysteries and uncertainties and gets imbibed in a well defined manner. To specifically clarify on this point, suitable explanations have been provided at relevant places.
अस्तित्व सर्व मानव को स्वीकृत होने के रूप में अनेकानेक ग्रह, गोल, ब्रह्मांड, यह धरती, धरती में पानी, समुद्र, नदी, नाला, हवा, वन, खनिज, जीव, जानवर, कीट, पतंग, पशु, पक्षी का होना आबाल वृद्ध पर्यंत हर व्यक्ति को समझ में आता है। इस धरती पर स्वयं के सदृश बहुत सारे लोग का होना भी स्वीकार होता है। इस परिशीलन में से मानव सहित अस्तित्व सहज वर्तमान स्वीकार्य होता है। इससे आगे का मुद्दा मानव ही अस्तित्व का दृष्टा अर्थात देखने समझने वाला इकाई है।
Various planets, galaxies, earth and water, oceans, rivers, streams, air, forests, minerals, animals, insects, and birds on earth. In this form, the existence is acceptable to all humans. And this can be seen and understood by all humans, from children to elderly people. Even the presence of many other people, like oneself, on earth is acceptable to everyone. The presence of existence, including humans, becomes acceptable by this observation. The next point is, it is only the humans who are the seers in existence. In other words, the units which can completely understand the existence. Okay. Ganesh bhai, you want to explain
हाँ
it?
जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी, आई विल एक्सप्लेन
Okay.
इन हिंदी।
Okay.
ओके। हाँ, तो इसमें पहली बात ये आई कि ये समझना है कि ये जो व्यवस्था है ये शरीर मूलक है या जीवन मूलक। तो अभी तक की जो हमने स्टडी किया उसमें देखा कि जो जीवन है वही सेंट्रल है, वही ड्राइव करता है शरीर को। तो इसका मतलब ये जीवन मूलक व्यवस्था ही है। तो अगर ये जीवन मूलक व्यवस्था है तो फिर जीवन क्या है, कैसा है, क्यों है, ये प्रश्न उठते ही हैं। और इन प्रश्नों को अगर भौतिकवादी दृष्टि से या अधिभौतिकवादी दृष्टि से, अध्यात्मवादी दृष्टि से और अधिदैविक विधियों से अध्ययन करके प्रस्तुत करने की कोशिश जो की गई वो हुआ नहीं, है ना, और विचार ही नहीं बन पाया, वो मानव केंद्रित नहीं था। तो यहाँ पे एक बड़ा शानदार चीज जो आई है वो ये है कि अस्तित्व को समझते हुए मानव केंद्रित चिंतन है ये। तो ये बड़ी आसानी से सुलभ हो पाता है इसको, क्योंकि हम लोग देख पाते हैं और इसमें कोई रहस्य नहीं है, इसमें कोई अनिश्चितता नहीं है, और ये इजीली हृदयंगम होता है, यानी एक्सेप्टेबल भी होता है। और इसी बिंदु पर सुस्पष्टता के लिए, एक मिनट भैया थोड़ा सा नीचे कर दें, हाँ जी, के लिए विभिन्न स्थितियों में आवश्यकता अनुसार अवगाहन योग्य तथ्यों को प्रस्तुत किया। तो जो यहाँ पर जो बाबा जी रख रहे हैं वो मानव अस्तित्व मूलक मानव केंद्रित चिंतन के आधार पर ही सारे तथ्यों को रख रहे हैं। तो पहला पैराग्राफ है। यस मोहन भैया, यू कैन
Okay.
एक्सप्लेन इन इंग्लिश। यस
Yeah,
यस।
yeah. The primary source of human confusion is whether a human being should be understood as a body-based system or a Jivan-based system. If we accept that humans are Jivan-based, it creates a need to define what Jivan is, how to study it, and what its specific purpose is. Historically, frameworks such as materialism, metaphysics, spirituality, and polytheism have failed to offer a concrete system of study or clear facts regarding these fundamental questions. They have not provided a structured way to even imagine these concepts, let alone explain them. In contrast, existence rooted human centered contemplation provides a method to answer these questions. This approach is distinctive because it is free of mysteries and uncertainties, presenting information in well-defined manner that can be clearly understood and internalized. That's my explanation.
इन द सेकंड पैराग्राफ, जो दूसरा पैराग्राफ है, उसमें यह है कि अभी जो जब हम बात कर रहे हैं कि अस्तित्व मूलक मानव केंद्रित चिंतन की जब बात करते हैं, तो हम उन बातों की बात कर रहे हैं जो कि इजीली हम देख पाते हैं। जैसे कि हम लोग अ, ग्रह गोल को देख पा रहे हैं, ब्रह्मांड के कुछ चीजों को देख पा रहे हैं, धरती को देख पा रहे हैं, पानी, समुद्र, ये सब चीजें हम इजीली देख पा रहे हैं। और हमारे जैसे लोग भी इस धरती पर हैं, उनको भी देख पा रहे हैं, है ना। तो इस तरह से हो क्या रहा है कि अब अब इसका मतलब देख कौन रहा है, तो हम ही देख रहे हैं, तो दृष्टा हम ही बन गए, है ना। तो देखने समझने वाली, तो ये चीजें जब हम खुद दृष्टा बनते हैं, मानव दृष्टा बनता है, तो वो सारी चीजों को देख पाता है। यानी कि जांचना परखना सब हमारे आधार पर हो रहा है। इसीलिए इस जो जितनी भी डिस्कशन अब तक हमने 2-3 पैराग्राफ हुई की, वो ये कि हम इन चीजों को देखकर समझकर और किसी मतलब एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं। तो ये बड़ी चीज स्पष्ट होके निकल के आ रही है। हाँ जी भैया।
Correct. Here, the existent is comprised of the physical universe, including galaxies, planets, and the natural world, which is universally recognized and accepted by all humans. However, humanity holds a unique position as the seer of this existence. This means that among all entities, such as animals, plants, or minerals, humans are the only units capable of completely understanding existence in its entirety. There's a small explanation I gave.
No, no. Good,
Okay.
excellent.
Thank you.
And one moment, one moment. No. Yeah, sorry. Someone came. So I just feel like touching on one point, which is coming here, in a very straightforward manner. And I think that although it has been discussed earlier, it's worth repeating it now that we are summarizing, we are in the last few pages of the book. ये अस्तित्व मूलक मानव केंद्रित चिंतन है ना, ये हिंदी में इधर आया है। इसका उत्तर अस्तित्व मूलक मानव केंद्रित चिंतन, विच वी आर सेइंग इन इंग्लिश इज existence rooted human centered contemplation. Okay, so I have seen, like participants getting confused about this phrase in the initial stages. I mean, we are not in that stage, but we don't know who may be seeing the recording in future. So for the sake of records, we will just repeat it once more. So the question which comes is why this contemplation is human-centered. I mean, it looks like we are giving preference to humans by the terms used. I mean, this is the question I have heard a few times कि ये मानव केंद्रित चिंतन जो है ना, ये क्यों है? Are we giving lesser importance to the other three orders? है ना, अस्तित्व मूलक मानव केंद्रित. What does it exactly mean? What are we trying to say? So my interpretation, the way I have understood this phrase, अस्तित्व मूलक मानव केंद्रित चिंतन means this चिंतन है ना, this whole literature, these books, they are directed to human beings to be studied by human beings. Okay? It is only the humans who will understand this contemplation, this description, this literature. Okay, animals will not be able to understand these books. Plants will not be able to understand these books. Soil and mountains and metals will not be able to understand these books. So, Manav Kendrit Chintan means, directed towards humans. This contemplation is directed towards humans, and this contemplation includes the existence. है ना, अस्तित्व मूलक, रूट में existence है. Okay, that understanding is directed towards humans. So, I just thought that this is how I have set it in myself. Astitva Moolam, Manav Kendrit Chintan. And this is coming here in the end, also in the last sentence. इससे आगे का मुद्दा है मानव ही अस्तित्व का दृष्टा अर्थात देखने समझने वाला इकाई है. The next point is, it is only the humans who are the seers in existence. In other words, the units which can completely understand the existence. No entity in the other three orders has this potential to completely understand this existence. They do not even have the questions. Okay? Dogs, rabbits, horses, pigeons, they do not want to know whether the earth is spherical or square, how big is the universe, how chemical reactions take place, whether water is H2O or something else. No one else in the other three in the other three orders, they want to understand it. It is only the humans who get satisfied by understanding the existence. They are not satisfied by anything short of that understanding. So I just thought I'll touch upon this point. That's it. Otherwise it is, बाकी सब तो आपने अच्छे से कर ही दिया एक्सप्लेन.
भैया बहुत शानदार आपने ध्यान दिलवाया, और अब ये देख भी पा रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे ये नहीं है कि ह्यूमन बींग्स को बाकी स्थितियों से ऊपर रखा जा रहा है, पर जो वास्तविकता की बात हो रही है कि वास्तविकता यही है कि बाकी तीन स्थितियां जो ह्यूमन
बाकी
बींग
तीन
अभी
अवस्थाएं, बाकी तीन
अवस्थाएं वो नहीं कर पा रही या नहीं सोच पा रही जो ह्यूमन बींग कर पा रहा है.
उनका
इसीलिए
डिजाइन ही नहीं है ऐसा.
डिजाइन ही नहीं है ना, वो संस्कार उस तरह के नहीं है. तो ह्यूमन क्योंकि ज्ञान अवस्था में है, तो वो ये सारी चीजें सोच भी पा रहा है, देख भी पा रहा है और वो कर भी पा रहा है. तो इसीलिए ये ह्यूमन सेंट्रिक और एग्जिस्टेंस को समझते हुए, तो इसीलिए ये बहुत शानदार वर्ड दिया और आपने बहुत अच्छा ध्यान दिलवाया भैया. अच्छा,
ठीक है, आगे बढ़े. तो if we can complete this, देव भाई करेंगे क्या, कोशिश करेंगे? If this is one paragraph divided into 3 subsections, I think we have almost 20 minutes. So today is 21st, so we will read up to this point. ठीक है, तो एक ही फ्लो में 3 सेक्शंस हैं। हिंदी वाले आप पढ़ लें, इंग्लिश वाले मोहन भाई पढ़ लेंगे।
जी भैया। उक्त तथ्य आदिकालीन मानव के सम्मुख भी यथावत बना ही रहा। इन सब को बनाने वाला कोई और है, ऐसा मानने वाले बनाने वाले को खोजने, मानने और मनाने के कार्य में लग गए। इस मुद्दे पर धरती के सभी प्रकार के समुदाय फंसे ही हैं, जबकि धरती में स्थित ये सभी परस्परताओं में पूरक और विकास क्रम में काम करते रहते हैं। इसे दूसरे भाषा में यह कहना बनता है, नियंत्रित नियमित विधि से काम करते रहते हैं। विकास के आधार पर हर वस्तु अपने अपने पद प्रतिष्ठा में रहता ही है। ऐसे निरंतर रहने वाली वस्तुएं मूलतः एक एक के रूप में अनंत वस्तुएं और व्यापक वस्तु में होना सबको समझ में आता है। इसी मूल तथ्य से वंचित होने से ही बनाने वाले को खोजने गए। रचना विरचना क्रम में रासायनिक भौतिक वस्तुएं हैं। इन्हीं वस्तुओं को अपने कल्पनाशीलता, कर्म स्वतंत्रता का प्रयोग करते हुए मानव कुछ रचनाओं को बना लिया है, कुछ रचनाओं को बना सकता है। मानव जो कुछ रचनाओं को साकार करता है, उसका विरचना होते ही रहता है, चाहे प्राकृतिक रूप में हो, चाहे मानवीकृत रूप में हो, अथवा जीवकृत रूप में हो। इनसे किया गया सभी रचनाएं विरचित होते हुए देखा गया है। जैसा मधुमक्खी के छत्ते का रचना विरचना, पक्षियों के घोंसले का रचना विरचना, दीमकों से बनी बाम्बियों का रचना विरचना, मानव के द्वारा बनाए गए झोपड़ी, महल, सेतु, महासेतु, सड़क, यंत्र, उपकरणों का रचना विरचना होने का तथ्य को आप हम देखते ही रहते हैं। थोड़ा नहीं, यह ध्यान में लाने की आवश्यकता है, निर्णय लेने की आवश्यकता है। ये दोनों क्रिया के लिए मानव अस्तित्व सहज रूप में पर्याप्त रहना देखा जाता है। इस धरती के बाहर भी जो कुछ भी वस्तुएं हैं, रचना विरचना क्रम में ही सदा सदा ही तरल तरल के साथ, विरल विरल के साथ, ठोस ठोस के साथ अस्तित्व सहज नियम के आधार पर वर्तमानित रहता है। अस्तित्व न घटती है न बढ़ती है। This was easy, I guess. जी भैया।
Okay, these facts were observed by people in ancient time too. Those who believed that there is some maker of all these got busy in finding that maker, believing in that maker, and making others believe. This is the point where all the sects on earth are stuck, whereas all the units on earth are functional as complementary in their mutual interactions and engaged in development progression. In other words, their functional is regulated by natural laws. Based on its state of development, all units naturally keep on playing their role in their respective planes. The continual existence of all these uncountable units, which are individually countable, soaked in the omnipresent reality, is easily understandable by everyone. Human set out in search of the maker because this basic detail was overlooked. Physicochemical objects are in the cycle of composition and decomposition. By applying their own imaginativeness and free will on these objects, humans have developed some new compositions and can develop some more also. All the new compositions made by humans eventually go through decomposition, whether it is in natural form or made by humans or belonging to the animal order. All such formation are seen to be eventually decomposing. For example, formation and decomposition of beehives, nets of birds, mounds of termites, huts, palaces, bridges, roads, and instruments made by humans, all of us keep on observing the fact of their formation and decomposition. Attention needs to be given to this, and decision need to be taken regarding this. And for both of these, it is only humans in the whole existence who have the required potential. Even in all the physico-chemical objects which are there at places other than Earth in the cycle of formation and decomposition. Liquid is present with liquid, gas with gas, and solid with solid. As per the laws of coexistence, existence neither decreases nor it increases. Yes, very nice. बहुत मजा आया पढ़ने में. So you want me to say, okay, these two paragraphs. Here the source suggests that while ancient observation led many to focus on finding or believing in a maker, a focus that remains the central point of various sects today, the reality of the world is found in its functional harmony. Instead of being driven by sectarian belief, all units on Earth operate through complementary mutual interactions and are constantly engaged in development progression. You can go to the next one, yeah. Human set. Yeah, here the core concept presented in the source is that all physiochemical objects exist within a continuous cycle of composition and decomposition. This cycle is universal and affects three main categories of the structure. The three main is I listed here actually: natural and animal formation. This includes the animal orders creation such as beehives, bird nest, and termites mounds. And the human creation, humans use their imaginativeness and free will to develop new composition. This includes everything from simple huts and instruments to complex palaces, bridges, and roads. And then the natural forms, the cycle applies to all inherent formation found in nature. The sources, kind of emphasize that while humans can create new forms through their own will, all human-made composition eventually go through decomposition. That's just like any other object in the natural world. Humans often search for a maker because they overlook this basic detail regarding the inherent nature of physical matter. And the last one is small paradox. So here is the distinction between the human capability and the natural order of universe through the key three points are the human potential. Humans are unique within the existence because they possess the specific potential required to give attention to matters and make decisions. And then the laws of coexistence. All other physico-chemical objects, whether on Earth or elsewhere, operate strictly according to the laws of coexistence, moving through continuous cycles of formation and decomposition. In these cycles, matter interacts predictably, liquid with liquid, gas with gas, and solid with solid. And then according to these laws, the total state of existence is constant. It does not increase or decrease regardless of these cycles of change. That's good. Devaya.
जी, over to देव भाई.
These facts. So I think pretty much covered Vyaj. So people in ancient times also noticed that these these facts about existence, and we have till today we have believed that there must have been some creator, and the focus has always been to find that creator, uh, having faith in it, and also to propagate the same idea to others also to believe that. And so so almost not almost like every religion or religious groups have been focused towards this idea, whereas everything in nature functions together in a uh, balanced way, helping overall growth and development. And there are basically there are laws according to which the all the units in existence work in tandem, in harmony. So moving on, it says that humans began actually searching for a creator because an important point of uh, the physical chemical things going through cycles of formation and breakdown uh, was was missed. Um, Humans have been using their imagination and freedom to create new things from these materials, and they can of course keep creating more. And of course, whatever is formed, whether naturally or by humans, eventually breaks down, and this applies to all the material creations, as certain examples are also given. Partition. So I think this, not I think, I mean this para suggests that this situation actually requires awareness and decision making, and only humans have that ability to pay attention and make such decisions, as we discussed earlier as well. Everywhere in existence, physical chemical objects follow the same cycle of formation and breakdown. Liquids stay with liquids, gases with gases, solids with solids, uh, and it is as per the laws of coexistence. Ultimately, existence as a whole neither increases nor decreases; it simply continues in balance. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, good. And good to see Spencer's video also. Yeah. Hi,
Hello,
Spencer.
namaste.
Namaste. Namaste. So, you have any news to share?
I do have great news
Yeah,
that yes, our baby is here. He's
great.
arrived.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Many,
Yeah.
many
Congratulations
congratulations.
and best wishes to you and Estelle.
Thank you so much. You can see me, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Burner camera.
Yeah.
I have him right here.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, wow, wow. Uh,
Uh,
When was
So
the child born?
he was born on December 15th.
Okay, 6
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. It's a few days old, and it was a surprise for us also because you know I heard in India many people do C-section, but here it's still not that common. It's still like the natural birth is more common. But
Yes.
we were planning for that, but we did some ultrasound, some tests, and they saw that he was not growing like according like as fast as they would like. So they said, okay, today we're doing the C-section. We said today. Oh wow, okay. So it was not expected, which was a great
Okay.
surprise.
Okay.
And but everything is he's very healthy. and Estelle is also healthy and
Okay.
recovering well.
Good,
And
good,
oh, here he goes.
good.
And
Very good.
I know and is his name is Wisdom. Wisdom.
As
And in French, it's Sage. Sage in French. Sage. It's like sage in English.
okay, in English you are saying wisdom.
Wisdom, yes.
Okay,
Wisdom. Okay.
okay. Very good, very
Like
good.
knowledge,
Yes, yes.
wisdom, science, you know?
Great.
Yeah, wisdom. So it's not a very common name. In fact, it's not common here at all. I think some places in Africa, it's much more common name, but it's a beautiful word that everyone likes, and it's very universal word. You know, people, whether religious or secular, everyone wants wisdom. You know, you can't really deny it. So we really liked the word, and then in French, the translation also works really well.
Yeah.
Sage, yeah, it's the same thing. It means wise in French. Yeah.
In
So,
Hindi also you know, like we have a popular name, and I know a few people, Gyan, है ना? So Gyan Prakash. Well,
oh
I
yeah,
have okay. So Gyan is knowledge. So I think in various cultures, you know, like these good words have come into, you know, like the names of the persons also, so that, you know, one remains glued to these words actually. So good.
exactly.
So you said what, 15th December?
Yes.
Okay, so incidentally, you know, my grandson was also born on 15th December last year.
Oh, no way. Wow, that's so cool. Oh,
Okay, and my daughter and son-in-law, they named him Abhay, which is fearlessness. So from
wow.
Samadhan Smriddhi Abhay Se Astit, they took the name Abhay.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Wow. Oh, it's a good
So,
day for a birthday then.
yeah, it's a good day for birthdays, yes. And it, you know, like my daughter was also incidentally born on 15th December. So mother and son both have they share their birthday.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow. Very, very nice.
A lot of coincidences. So
Yeah.
good, very good. We're so glad to hear
Yeah. So
this good news.
my time has been fully off. I didn't even realize today was Saturday or anything like that. I just checked my phone. I said the class has started. I said, "Oh, let me join and share
Yeah,
the news." So,
yes. Great. So we are so happy to hear this, and all the best wishes. Let us still recover well. I mean, she was on her way to recovery, you mentioned. Yeah.
yeah.
Good. Very good. Very
Yeah,
good.
thank you. Thank you so much.
So we will just close this session. Like I have to sort of, you know, summarize these last two, three small subsections of a slightly longer paragraph. I'll just give the essence which I captured from this. I think it's straightforward. But what it is trying to say, what the author is trying to say in this section is that in existence, formation and deformation, composition and decomposition is continuously happening as per the laws of nature. Okay, this is what is being said here. Okay, and in one of his dialogues during his explanation to some students, some people who had curiosity, Shri A. Nagaraj, I remember somewhere in his dialogues, he has mentioned it, which the same thing is being sort of, you know, suggested here, but not in so many words, that humans see that they make some things and those things eventually get decomposed also. Like for example, we make a chair. Now the chair we make doesn't remain till eternity. You know, it has a life. It will be there for 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. Eventually the chair will break down. Okay, we manufacture some clothes. Eventually, there's a wear and tear to the clothes also. Okay, we manufacture a car, eventually the car gets decomposed. We make houses and palaces, eventually, it could take hundreds of years, but they also could get decomposed. So what Shri Nagaraj explained is, I mean, his theory or his suggestion was that humans saw that they make something and then it eventually gets decomposed or destroyed. And this in existence also, there are a lot of formations and deformations happening without human intervention also. And for example, trees are growing in the forest. No, humans are not doing anything there. Okay. Clouds are being formed, rainfall occurs. Okay, humans are not doing anything. So we see water, then the water evaporates. So you have a full pond. After a few months in scorching heat, we see that the water disappears. So this cycle of composition and decomposition, humans are doing some part of it in their living, but then the idea may be floated around that in this beautiful existence also a lot of formations and deformations are happening. There must be someone who is doing all this. And then humans, this word creator or maker. Okay, I don't know what is the right word here. Maybe, because we are talking about English, I'll take view of Spencer and Mohan भाई कि जब हम इसको बनाने वाले की बात करते हैं, someone who is making all this, I mean, creator is a common word, but I have seen maker also being used not infrequently. Maker is also a quite common word in English. Like I have seen in some literature that someone is on deathbed and they say that I'm going to meet my maker now. Okay, so maker is the God created me, and now that I am dying, I will go and meet my maker. These kind of statements. So is maker the right word or creator the right word? And whatever the word be, I mean, the idea should be what we are able to grasp, that humans make something, those things get made and destroyed. In existence also, things are being made and destroyed. So there must be a maker and creator. Okay, this is what in brief this section is talking about. Okay, and what is being suggested is there, the maker per se is not doing this job. Things are being made and destroyed. Composition and decomposition compositions are happening as per the natural laws. Okay, this is what is being suggested here. Okay, now all of us can draw our own conclusions, and it is the humans who draw their conclusions. Okay, this also is mentioned in this paragraph. So this is from my side. This open discussion on what is the correct word, or do we have a preference, maker or creator?
I would suggest creator is the better word than the maker. Because this is something, but maker is like a...
I remember when Dev Bhai was explaining, he was also using the word creator.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so that is the first choice. Spencer, any views on this?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you had to choose one, you could choose creator, but like I think you said it well, that it depends on the context and just the saying, like oh, I'm going to meet my maker. That is a very common saying that I've heard many times. So it depends on the context. I think both get the idea across.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. So yes. So we should understand that this is how these ideas were formed. This is what the author is explaining, and that's it from my side. So I'll do one thing. As soon as this session is over, I will change the maker to creator. Okay. In this paragraph. Anyone else? Anything? Let me see who else is there. Okay. Okay, so Shailendra, so everyone we have spoken to. So any closing remarks from anyone? And otherwise we'll wind up this session and meet next Sunday, same time. And we have now 3.5 pages left in this book. I think we may need 2 sessions for that, and we'll see how much time it takes.
So yeah, Abhi, I was just want to comment on that. I today we did almost quarter to three kind of pages,
Yes, yes.
right? And looking at this page, 3.5 pages probably need another 30 minutes, like in
Okay,
addition to what we do. So
okay.
I don't know, maybe we can think of doing a two
A
hours kind of
slightly
next time.
longer session next week, and complete the book.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, I look at the pages also, like how much depth is required. Like sometimes it's a general description, we can cover
Hmm.
more content, and if it is deeper insights, then it needs more discussion. So depending on that, we will announce the time also. We'll plan it itself in such a way. In that case, because it is winter in Canada, maybe instead of delaying the closure of the session, if we have to do it thereby, we should probably start half an hour early, right? Will that be good, Mohanbhai and Spencer?
I'm
Um,
I'm good. I'm good either
it's
way. It's okay.
yeah, it's not
Yeah.
too late. Yeah.
Too late for us.
Okay. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see.
Two.
Great. Thanks for joining, and congratulations and best wishes once again, Spencer and Estelle.
Thank
And
you. Did
okay,
uh
May.
did uh
Yeah.
did Mohanji tell you that he came to visit us?
No, he
No,
never
no, I
told
didn't
us.
tell it.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
he
tell
came and
it.
visited. We had a great
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Spencer took care of me very nice, and then his wife too. Yeah, yeah. I mean, no, Mahindra Bhaiya and everybody. I met them, and his daughter Anandi. But
ah.
Naomi and his son was not there. They were in India. But I think, they're back in Calgary now. They're here. So
Okay.
yeah, we stayed
Okay.
there one night. We went all family were there. So it was so good.